So we all know by now that the Nintendo Switch 2 just launched not that long ago, and what came with it was, well, the sheer hypocrisy of content creators, and more specifically here on YouTube. That's right, there were tons of content creators that were making videos for weeks, dare I say months, talking about how the Nintendo Switch 2 was absolutely greedy and how Nintendo themselves were greedy, anti-consumer practices, the fact that Nintendo could just break your Switch 2 anytime they want to, essentially. Talking about how the Welcome Tour is a $10 tech demo that's overpriced, saying the games themselves are going to be overpriced, and more. And well, what did these content creators do? Did they stand on business? Did they stand on their ethics? No. No, they did not. A lot of content creators actually ended up buying the Switch 2 on launch day. Some, such as Muda from Some Ordinary Gamers, who did quite a few videos about how the Nintendo's greedy and how they can break your console. And he ended up buying the damn thing. Yep, he bought it. RGT85, another content creator who also was saying similar things about how Nintendo is being massively greedy with the Switch 2. He also bought the Switch 2. See, this is why this is a problem. This is why Nintendo and big gaming companies like them are allowed to get away with this level of greed, because, well, they know that if anybody's going to buy it, it's going to be content creators that rely on these things for clicks and views. Now, I will say that, yes, we do have an unboxing video on here. No, it is not for me. We are a group of content creators. I don't speak for anybody else here. All of our opinions and thoughts are completely different, so I only speak for my thoughts and feelings. Yes, we have an unboxing video here, and you know what? I don't have a problem with that unboxing video, because that is how Andrew feels about the Switch 2. However, as far as me and I am concerned, I will not be buying a Switch 2. You will not see an unboxing video from me. You will not see me doing that sort of thing on here, because I am an individual and I believe that I cannot give my money to Nintendo because they are being absolutely greedy, and those are my ethics. Now, my ethics might be not the same as everybody else's, and I completely understand that, but what kills me is when I see these channels that typically are just one individual, like Mudahar and RGT85, for example, and they talk all about how they don't think that it's great to get a Switch 2 or whatever, or even some of them saying they're not going to buy one right away, still end up purchasing a Switch 2. And to me, that's hypocritical. Andrew didn't make any videos saying those sorts of things. He bought one. He did an unboxing. That's fine. That's acceptable. What I don't accept is when people say that they think it's hypocritical. They say, I'm sorry, not that it's hypocritical, but they say that the Switch 2 is greedy or what have you, and then they turn around and they buy it anyway and make content with it. That's the problem. And for me, I just don't understand that. And the other thing, too, is you have a lot of these channels that their entire identity is around a company, such as Beat-em-ups, Wood. I have enjoyed a lot of his content. This is not a personal attack against Wood at all. I think he's a great guy. However, what kills me is even he has made a lot of criticisms about the Switch 2, and he still bought one anyway. Now, I know that of course he's going to buy one. His entire content revolves around Nintendo. That is something that I personally would not be able to do, is make my entire brand be around a thing. I don't think I could ever do that for that specific reason, because I would rely too heavily on a company and needing their products for content, that if I were to not buy their products, well, I guess that means my channel is kind of doomed at that point. Not to say that Wood wouldn't buy a Switch 2 and his channel would be gone, but I just think the fact remains that if you're going to say that you're against a corporation and their practices, and you're not going to participate in the purchasing of their products, or you're talking about how greedy they are, then stand on your business. Don't buy the product. Don't get it on launch day. Maybe even wait a while. I don't know if I'm ever going to purchase a Switch 2, but I most certainly am not purchasing one at all anytime soon. Not until Nintendo changes their stance on their practices. And this isn't just from a video game standpoint, where from the products they make. Look what they did to Power World. Now, I really couldn't get into Power World, but look what they're doing with that that thing they're doing with them. They're trying to sue Power World. Nintendo has always also been pretty bad towards content creators. We know this. Even Wood himself knows this in the videos that he had made about how he got into it with Nintendo and them not wanting to send him products anymore. At the end of the day, say what you want about Nintendo. Nintendo was part of my childhood. Nintendo is how I got into loving this medium that I care about so much, video games. And sure, I love Mario. I love Metroid. And I'm a huge Zelda fan. But at the end of the day, I am not a fan of a big corporation that is going to sit there and do these harmful practices such as diluting physical games, overcharging for games, charging $10 for a tech demo like the Welcome Tour, which I think is absolutely ridiculous, and more. And yes, I know we're going to get comments about, well, what about this? What about that? What about them? That doesn't make them right either. I have said multiple times, maybe not so much on videos here, but on our podcast, The Next Level, which you should check out, about how I didn't care about the PS5 Pro. I hated that. I am against all of these consumer practices, such as microtransactions, battle passes, season passes, and more. But, much like everything else in this industry, gamers let them get away with it. We let the industry get away with these things. And for me, I cannot buy a Switch 2 right now, probably maybe never, because of the way Nintendo is treating this industry and treating us as consumers. Now, I want to make it very clear that if you bought a Switch 2 and if that's what gives you some ounce of happiness, so be it. I hope that it makes you happy. I would also hope that you take a look and you do some more research about Nintendo and their practices. Outside of that, those are my thoughts on this video. I just can't stand seeing when a content creator says one thing and then does the exact opposite, which in essence diminishes and defeats all of the things they said before. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. We hope that you take the time to subscribe to us here on our YouTube channel, here on the domain Gaming, Pop Culture, and Entertainment. Those are all the things that we cover here and more. Thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.